What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to go out on a little bit of a Funko Pop hunt, going to all the various stores and seeing if I can find anything cool or new, see what other fun collectibles I can find as well. And without any further ado, let's get it started. Here we go. Alrighty, guys, gonna get things started off at Barnes & Noble. There's kind of a pocket of different stores that we can visit, guys. Barnes & Noble, Burlington, because it's the holidays, they probably started getting in Funko Pops. Target, and we could also maybe go to like Ross and Five Below, that's right here. Then we can go to the mall and see what they have. So that's kind of the series of where we're going to be going today, but let's head on into Barnes & Noble first. Made my way back to the Funko section, and last time I was here, guys, I got lucky and I found 2 chases and that 2-pack that I was looking for. So I'm not sure that we're going to find, you know, the same level of things that are that cool. If they've restocked by then, I'm not entirely sure, but we can kind of take a look and see some of the stuff that they have. It looks like mostly the same stuff that I saw last week when I was here. I do love the new Muppets, so we got to give a shout out to Gonzo right there. I don't know, the only ones that I'm getting are the new characters because I have some of the original molds, so I feel like I don't really need these ones. But still, I got to show off the Muppets and give them a little bit of love. What else is new in here? A little bit of Sub-Zero. Dang, that's a cool looking Sub-Zero, actually. The translucent kind of ice look. Very fitting. But yeah, most of the same stuff. I don't know if this one was here last time, guys. Solo Leveling Beru. I think that's how you say that right there. Oh, that has definitely seen some better days, that's for sure. But I know that that's an exclusive people have been on the hunt for. Like I said, most of the same, not noticing anything too crazy. Some of the new Bob's Burgers, I've showed that off a couple of different times. Don is a new set that just came out, and like I said, I found the Chase Aku run last time I was here, so that is definitely fun. And then taking another look over here, seeing if there's anything else. I don't believe so. Pepe the Prawn, I have that one in my collection already. Like I said, I love the new Muppets Pop, so shout out to Pepe right there. But other than that, I think that's pretty much everything here at Barnes & Noble. Let's head to the next store. Went down a couple of stores here at Burlington, guys, and I'm noticing they have a couple of Funko Pops, not a ton. You can see that they do have some anime figures in here and stuff, but the only Funko Pop that I'm noticing, at least so far, is the all-for-one Big Apple Collectibles exclusive. They want $5.99 for it, which honestly is pretty darn cheap, and Big Apple doesn't even exist anymore, so that's kind of interesting. That's probably why it's here. And then looking around, guys, another Funko product that I noticed, guys, is this giant Shaq gold figure. If you're a big Shaq fan, this would be definitely a cool one to get for $8.99. But yeah, they haven't done the gold figures for a couple of years, but like I said, if you're a basketball fan, a fan of Shaq on the Magic, that would be a great pickup. When I cross the street over to Target, is it just me, or does it seem like this Target is just super loaded, or maybe it's just a little more organized? I'm not entirely sure, because I'm not seeing anything that's like terribly new that I haven't seen before. Have I seen this Spider-Man before, guys? Exclusive? Probably it's exclusive to Target. Not entirely sure. I know it's somewhat new. I know that this is a new one, Shibuzi. I have seen that one before, I think at Entertain Mart, but I know it is a newer one. Trying to see if there's anything in here that I want to highlight to you guys that I just have not seen before, but most of this seems to be pretty common stuff. Now, they do still have some of their New York Comic Con exclusives, guys, like Sonic with Caliburn, and I think I saw another one around here too. I think this is a new one right here, guys. Maleficent with like the stained glass, you can see it in the back right there. I guess if you're into that, I guess that's something that I've never seen before. Have I seen some of the Zodiac Pops before? I don't think so. We have Aquarius right here. They have a bunch of different, well, I guess 4 different ones that are on the back right there. So if you're looking for those, Target's getting those. Also, the new Fiona and Cake is appearing here too. I guess that's new. I guess their Stranger Things section does have a bunch of different Pops, but I've showed these ones off already before. A couple different Target exclusives. Steve in a couple different rides right here in like his car and the van as well. Lucas, Robin, 11, some commons. So yeah, I think it's all stuff that I've seen before, and I think one other spot that I could check would definitely be the toys, so let's head on over there. So I stopped by the tech deck area, guys, and I found one thing that I was not expecting to find. Some Simpsons tech decks. Are these all brand new? We have Maggie right here. We got Marge. That's sweet. Oh, and we got Homer with the donut. How many different ones are there part of a new set? I had no idea that these even were a thing. Is this a different one back here? No, that's the same Homer with the donut one, but guys, heck yeah, I'm getting all 3 of these. I didn't expect that. Didn't even know these were coming out. Also, in case you're wondering, guys, I always like to check their Jack-specific Simpsons figures, and these are ones that I already have, so nothing too crazy over here on this side at least. This might be a brand new, I haven't gotten into any of the plush, but I think that's a brand new Bart, guys, with like the skull t-shirt and the cape. There might be, I think Itchy and Scratchy might be some new ones too. Eventually I'll need to get into these ones as well. And then the last spot that I can check for Funko that I know of, guys, is over by the card section, and more of the same stuff. A couple exclusives here and there. but nothing for me that I want to pick up. So other than these tech decks that I find, that's it. I guess we're gonna head to the next store. All right, next couple of stops are gonna be GameStop, Five Below, and Ross. I think GameStop just got in a new exclusive today. It's like limited piece. It's like Batman and Ace from, I think, the animated series, or Batman Beyond, actually. So if they have that, that would be cool to show off. But yeah, let's head on in and we'll see what they have. I have to say, this GameStop was absolutely loaded to the nines with Funko Pops. They were like restocking a bunch of stuff for the holidays and putting out new things. So there is a first look at the Bruce Wayne and Ace limited to 9,500 pieces. I might pick this one up and potentially for a giveaway. They had a couple of different ones, as you can see behind that other pop right there, but Crazy Homer. It was a buy two, get one free situation if there was anything else. I definitely would pick some stuff up, some things with chase potential as well with this ARC Trooper Jesse. But yeah, kind of looking around, guys, I already have that Shaggy, or else I probably would have picked that up, a part of the buy two, get one free. But it was cool that they had that new Batman pop. All right, Ross, Five Below. Let's see what they got. Made it back to the toys, guys, where they have all the different Funko Pops, and it seems like this is the section where they're going to be keeping a majority of them, at least at this Ross. But most of the same stuff, honestly, that I would expect. Lots of like special edition things, and then like from like some DC and like Marvel movies and things, and even Star Wars, the stuff that they overproduce. But I want to say that there's a couple things that have chase variants. I'm pretty sure that this has a glow-in-the-dark chase. So something to be on the lookout for if you're looking at your different Rosses for things. But yeah, it seems to be fairly common stuff. Nothing that I'm really on the lookout for to get like a discount on, but yeah, not bad at all. Let's head on over to Five Below. All right, over here at Five Below, guys, and most of what I'm noticing new Funko wise is going to be a lot of their mini stuff. And I know some of these actually have some pretty good value, but it looks like they've restocked the crap out of these. I know that like Danny Phantom and Ember had some pretty good value, and those were really actually hard to find when these first released. And I think there was a couple of the dogs as well, like the Disney dogs, that were hard to find, but obviously you can tell that they've restocked like a bunch. I don't know, the whole concept of the minifigures to me is kind of weird if they're not mystery. So like the ones with the open faces, it's kind of interesting to me, but I don't know. I guess not everyone's into the mystery stuff, but it's still fun that they have a bunch of, you know, Funko minis, whether or not they're a mystery, you know. And then all the Simpsons figures that they have are ones that I have already seen, so nothing for me in this end. So I think that's going to do it. Let's head on over to the mall and see if there's anything new over there. Inside of the mall, starting at Box Lunch, just looking at some of the exclusives that I think I've shown off to you guys before. Patch from 101 Dalmatians, that's pretty cute. We have Oscar the Grouch right there. Flocked, he's holding Wormy right there. Gotta love it. We also have the Zombie Wolverine, that's like a black and white exclusive. Also glows in the dark, so I guess if you're into that, you definitely want to pick that up. Over at Hot Topic, more of the same stuff. Zero exclusive, glows in the dark, patchwork. I don't know, they've made so many Nightmare Before Christmas pops, I don't get the point. Speaking of so many pops that they made, Kuromi, they've made 1,000 of those too. But other than that, that was pretty much it at the mall. Just a few things here and there. Nothing for me though, unfortunately. Last two stops, guys, of the video are going to be GameStop and also Walmart, where I'm at right now. But honestly, this Walmart's looking pretty abysmal as far as their Funko section. Maybe there's a few new things in here. This Hondo and Pick might be a part of a new Star Wars line that I've never seen, but I'm really not seeing much. I mean, we can kind of just go through everything and see if there's something new. I don't really notice much. So I suppose that's a pretty quick trip to this Walmart. Let's head to GameStop. And the last GameStop right here, pretty loaded, not as loaded as the first store, but still a lot of new figures. I always got to look through, see if I can find a chase. Unfortunately, I didn't see anything, but we also have this Batman. I may have showed this off last week, but it's kind of based off of the Arkham City game cover, which honestly, that looks great. I played all those games and they were really fun. Littlefoot right here from Land Before Time. I think I'm missing one of the pops from the set and I can't remember. And like I said, if I could find a couple things that I wanted, buy two, get one free is not bad at all. Lisa with Snowball, that might be a potential pickup if I can find another thing that I want to get to take advantage of that sale. But other than that, that was pretty much it at GameStop. Okay, back at home, guys, and I did end up picking up those tech decks from Target. I didn't even know that there was a new series coming out. And I'll show a little picture here in a second of like all the different ones that are a part of it, but I found 3 out of the 4. So first off, guys, these are all like the Santa Cruz tech deck collab, if you will. We have a pink board right there with Homer grabbing a donut, and the 2 face or like body shape boards. We have Maggie right there looking awesome. And then we also have Marge as well. That one's just equally as cool. And these go along great with the ones that I already have if you guys want to take a look at some of those. So we have a different Bart ones right there, and also this other like Homer body face one too. And I was able to find a picture online, guys, of this whole set that this is a part of. So it goes with actually some SpongeBob decks that I can see right here, which there's a couple of those that I think would be really cool to add to my collection, like Painty the Pirate right there, SpongeBob with all the Krabby Patties. But the Simpsons one is like kind of like the hand. I don't remember like what the brand or like the style is with the hand, but I've seen that before, but in like the Simpsons style, and that's the only one that I'm missing from this brand new set. Like I said, I didn't even know it was coming out. So if you're a Simpsons fan like myself, or if you ever see that white Simpsons board in any of your stores, let me know, because that's one that I'm looking for. All right, a couple different things, guys, that I can show off to you here. First off, I ended up picking up this right here, guys. We have the Batman Beyond, we have Bruce Wayne and Ace. This is limited to 9,500 pieces, and I was actually looking around. It seemed like a couple people were having some difficulty tracking this down. My store that I went to had plenty of them. I think they probably got in like a box of 6 if I had to guess, but I figured this would be a fun one to get for somebody that missed out on it, and I'm gonna be giving this away on my next Whatnot auction. I kind of have a loose date set for it, guys, for Cyber Monday, December 1st, so we'll see if that actually holds up, but you can bookmark the show regardless. You can also get $15 off your first purchase, and this will be one of the giveaway items for that. I think I have a Jeffrey that I picked up last week that'll also be a giveaway item, so 2 pretty solid exclusives so far. And yeah, I've been loving these limited piece exclusives, and that actually brings me to my next thing that I got in the mail, which on Funko.com they've been doing a lot of the limited piece exclusives, and they had one that was pretty close to, you know, the things that I collect. Actually, it's pretty spot on with what I collect. The first ever limited piece Simpsons Pop, and I was able to get the 5,000 piece Homer on scale. Looking a little bit defeated, not gonna lie. This reminds me of the scene where he's like, I don't know if this is based off of this or whatever, but he's trying to gain weight so he can work at home. I don't know if it's based off of that, but that's the vibes that it gives me.
Dad, towel rack.
Oh my.
And this one is a Pop Plus, I guess, because it's got a little bit of extra. You know, you can see the scale down there. Looks like it's breaking for some reason. Got the donut in hand. I don't know, but like I said, this is the first ever Simpsons limited piece pop that they've been doing. It would be really cool if we got more in the future. If I had to guess, we'd probably see some more, I would think. But anyways, loving the limited piece stuff, guys. Funko's been killing it lately with those, and this was an absolute must-have for me, and a great add to the Simpsons collection. And folks, just like that, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section below, what other things do you collect besides Funko? I've been getting into some fun Simpsons stuff with like the figures behind me, these little tech decks and everything like that. Let me know down below if there's anything cool that you collect. Also, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos like this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, you guys are awesome and the best. Like always, remember to be kind to one another, always promote positivity. I'll see you in the next video. Catch you guys later.